Hey, hello? Hello? Hey, hello? Fucker. Fuck. Do you wanna fuck? Word. Word. Watch my back. Watch my back. Watch my motherfucking back. Say, motherfucker, you weak, jealous motherfucker. If you're a jealous motherfucker, you're just a weak motherfucker. All these motherfuckers want to bring you down, but don't even know you or like you. Not heard this for donkey's years. Well, I have when I posted it. You want to see me thoughts up? Shut up. Oh, they don't ask me. They went from ashy to nasty to classy, but still, that's not all this is happening for. Right, I'm going to turn it off, you know. I'm going to turn it off. So, made of money. Well, you saw the red one, and now I've got a black one. Right, and a pen. Okay, so, well, a bit of good news. My son passed his driving test today. Now, he did have a motorbike. He had a motor, a moped, you know, a scooter from being 16. I got him that, got him on the road, give him the edge, you know. And then his bikes have got bigger and badder. And, you know, now he's, you know, expecting his first baby, done his driving test, passed it today, already got a car, a little soft top, whatever he's got, you know, so good news. And my good news, you know, when I showed you the other day, that book, we completed the first version of the book, didn't we? Okay, that's been passed on to, you know, Michelin's, you know, chefs, you know, that working in Michelin and Rose, you know, star restaurants and stuff, and travelled around the world and all that. And then just quickly, was it last night? Was it the night before? Quickly, I just quickly made the template for the next one. So the next one's done. I'm not going to open it. I'm not going to open it in the slightest. It is all put together. It is the exact pages, the exact number, the exact layout. So now it got a bit easier, didn't it? So just wanted to share that little bit of good news. You know, share like a few things that I've posted recently. So the second book now, so it's step by step, and I love doing it. It was very easy. It's actualized in my hands now, you know, the first one, then the next one, you know, and then it's that momentum. The momentum will build up, won't it? Okay, so now, the other day I posted some videos, you know, of my dinner. That's all it was, you know. It was just, you know, typical dinner, wasn't it? A British meat and two veg, and that's what we're on. Now, when I shared the dessert one, the pudding one, and I kept, you know, I said, you know, what did I say? Like the final course, you know, whatever. And I kept forgetting, right? So this is a point about being preoccupied. The habits you've got to get yourself out of, and your success, your victory and your triumph is all about your personality. It all boils down to your personality. Now, I was going to say, and here it is, le piece de la resistance, put a bit of French in your day, a bit of culture in your day, you know. That's what I was going to say, and I forgot to say it. Then I was going, the grand finale. Oh, God, what was I going to say? And then the next thing, I'm preoccupied with it. Right, thanks anyway, see ya. And that was the end of that. And that preoccupation, right, and I do not believe in coincidences. Right, so I was preoccupied for a minute. What was I going to say then? La pièce de la résistance is what I was going to say then. That's what I was going to say then. Now, I do not believe in coincidences whatsoever. And anyway, I posted that video, me and my dessert. Oh God, the neighbours. Right, don't mind, ignore them as well. Yeah, it's nothing about other people, it's just about yourself. And that's why I was going to put that song on. We pray and pray, they pray for our downfall. It's a biggie, Notorious B.I.G., and it's called My Downfall. It is in my playlist, and I have posted it ages ago. And jealous is a motherfucker, you weak, jealous motherfuckers. If you're a jealous motherfucker, you're just a weak motherfucker. These people don't even know you or like you. And that's how he starts it off. And he does like another bit of like a tangent, a bit like that. And I was going to kind of jump in at that bit. Anyway, so I don't believe in coincidence, and I was going to say la pièce de la résistance, put a bit of culture, a bit of French in our day, a bit of something, a bit of je ne sais quoi in our day, what have you. Anyway, and I forgot, then I was preoccupied, and you can tell, I couldn't put my finger on it, Anyway, posted that. And then the next thing that kind of popped up was super rich billionaires and what they eat. And within the first minute or two, the narrator had gone, so then for their pièce de la résistance. And I was going, I can't believe it. I was just going to say that. I forgot to say that. And I couldn't remember. Before I started going to go, before I started, I was going to say, like this is now the end, the final product, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, and I forgot. And then I was preoccupied, and that's what I'm saying to you today. It don't matter what I'm doing, don't matter. It's all about me. It's nothing about me, my channel. If you come to my channel, you're just going to get channeled messages. That's all you're going to get from me. Okay, it's about you. You turn it, you flip it on its head, and you direct it right at yourself. Right, so then this next narrator, super multi-billionaires, rich, how do they eat? La pièce de la résistance. So I'm going, well, they got like 253 million views for that, and I got me 12, didn't I? Right, I'm not complaining the slightest. I got my real people, non-consumers, thinkers, kings amongst men in it. That's what we are. Okay, so I couldn't believe it. So where's my other 252 million views then, Right, so that's me in it, making mistakes, and that's fine. That's not even a problem. Now, then I was thinking about confidence, and I'm not talking about validation. I'm talking about your own confidence, your personality. Have confidence to embrace your personality, and confidence comes from within. Self-confidence, self-assurance, self-esteem, self-reliability. You're look at yourself objectively, look in the mirror. And I actually shared, right, I've never actually watched him before, and it pops up, and he's an Aries male reader, and I've not watched him. He was talking about Aries something. I unsubscribed actually from him. I did subscribe, but I have actually unsubscribed from him, because then he started on another one going on about third party situations. Well, that's not my life. That's not, being entertained in my world. So I simply unsubscribed. Now, what I was going to say then, God, I can't remember now why I said I posted it, but it was about this Scorpio, my Scorpio boyfriend, and he was he's saying something about that, and I think I was talking about confidence one. I can't remember now, but he kind of touched on something, and I shared it, and it was important. I'll come back to it. I'll remember it in a minute. Right, so now he's an Aries. The guy's an Aries. And he's got that inner confidence, I think he goes skydiving and, God, he's not the one for me. He's not the one for me. Right. So, confidence, inner confidence, your self-confidence. Where did you get your confidence from? Now, it isn't about validations from other people. Oh, everyone says you look great, Rebecca. And now all of a sudden I'm trotting down the road, too glam to give a damn. And I feel glamorous. I feel sensational. I feel all that. Right, so then the story I'll say is, now, if you've been following my channel, you have all seen me in a couple of bikinis, like once when I had my cold shower and once in our unromantic bath, our lovely bubble bath, a bit of a pampering bath, wasn't it? Right. And I don't drink, and I was surrounded by drinks. So I didn't even have the drinks as Dutch courage. I didn't need that as Dutch courage, false confidence, mother's ruin, mother's cough syrup. It wasn't about that. For me, it was about changing habits, lighting myself up a little bit, changing habits and preoccupying thoughts. Now this is now what you're saying to yourself. So you are changing your habits. You are changing these preoccupying thoughts as well. So back to confidence, self-confidence. So I haven't got, 500,000 subscribers and followers that would love to see me in a bikini. It's not like that. They see me in me, all fur coat and no knickers, no panties. If you're in America, it means no panties, all fur coat and no panties. That's what it means, right? So in the UK, all fur coat and no knickers, right? I've got no reservations, mate. No hang-ups about my body. I'm not self-conscious in the slightest until someone said he had no butt, and now I won't even turn around. If you notice on Welcome to the Jungle, I don't even turn around. But then, really, the guy who said it, well, what are you looking at my ass for anyway, you dirty bastard? Hey, yeah, I know exactly what you're looking at my ass like that for. So there you go. Illusional lies, whatever it is, you know what I mean? Right, so I didn't get a validation of everyone going, oh, we're dying to see you in a bikini, Rebecca. We're dying to see you in a bikini. We'd love to, we've seen you in your dress. We'd love to see it on, our bedroom floor. And we just want to see you, as God intended, Right, so I didn't get any validation. I got no encouragement. There is only my boyfriend. Gives me the two thumbs up. Gives me the proper two thumbs up. Right, so I had that confidence within myself. Well, I'm not bothered about wearing a bikini. I've been abroad loads of places, loads of times. When I went to Greece, to Rhodes, all I had was the smallest white bikini, the smallest white triangle. The rest was sun-kissed, sun-kissed, sun's out, everything's out, So, no, I haven't got hang-ups, no reservations. Internal self-confidence, my personality. My mum used to say, Rebecca, you've got confidence till it's coming out of your ears. Right, so now this is for yourself. So you build up your own confidence, you build up your own self-confidence that, and then for me and for you, then, I can quite comfortably just stand there all day long in a bikini. I don't need anyone's approval or encouragement or, what's like the word, to come and egg you on. I don't need someone to kind of egg me on. And that's the difference between your own confidence or acting like a performing monkey. Well, everyone's clapping, everyone's cheering, seeing me in my bikini. I'm not quite confident enough to do it, but, the masses, they all want to see me in my bikini, don't they? They all want to see me. And now I feel very validated. And now all of a sudden, now I am confident. I have got the confidence to step up in my bikini. Okay. It's very fleeting, that kind of confidence. It comes and it goes. It's relying on, a third dynamics, isn't it? It's, relying and dependent on something else or somebody else. So we're here to get that captivated in yourself. You're not relying or depending on validations of others for your own confidence. You have that in yourself. You find that in yourself. What body part do you like your best? What's, are you good at? You're good at dancing. You're good at acrobats. You're good at gymnastics. You're good at kickboxing. You look sexy when you're lying on the city, or seductive reading a book. It could be anything. And you look at yourself objectively and you talk to yourself, with forgiveness and kindness in the way that you'd speak to somebody else. So say if I was talking to you and you're very confident, wait a minute, hang on, excuse me. And I might be, very gentle and endearing talking to you. Well, you look fine. And, well, you look, that dress is really flattering. Pop that one on, that, that makes you look more appealing, or, what have you. And, about forgiveness, that you turn it on yourself first. So you have these kind words to yourself. Well, you do look all right. You do look nice. You look nice in both them bikinis and both them like swimming skirts, or, summer skirts. They are beach skirts, aren't they? You're telling yourself that first, very much in the same way of forgiveness. You forgive them for being, right, I have to watch my language, don't I? Well, for being, arseholes. We'll just say arseholes. That's what we'll say. That's what we'll say. So we forgive them for being arseholes, and it could be anything. It could be absolutely anything, couldn't it? We forgive them for being pieces of shit. That's their personality. They're unconscious about it. We feel sorry for them. Cheating bastards. We feel sorry for them. They don't know how to love, and they don't know how to be loved, and they're scared, and they can't commit, and we feel sorry for them. We don't chastise them, and we forgive them. We forgive them for being dirty, horrible bastards. And then, they're removed from our lives, aren't they? We're not entertaining that. And I'm generally talking, when I talk about stuff like this, I am generally talking. It isn't about anyone specific. I could go on all day long, naming half the name, won't give you the surname, but I'll tell you. And women as well, backstabbing, betraying, whatever. Right, so then you forgive them, and it's dead easy to do. Forgive, move on. Forgive, move on. Forgive, piece of shit, you're an arsehole. We pity you, you're a piece of shit, move on. Now, you have to apply that same philosophy to yourself. We've all made mistakes. God, I can't string a sentence together and I make a mistake, don't I? So you could beat yourself up about it. You could be harsh on yourself about it. But instead you learn to forgive yourself, don't you? You learn to forgive yourself. You turn it around, you apply it to yourself. Well, I forgive myself for kind of, being aggressive, being, untransparent, forgive myself for doubting myself, forgive myself for making them mistakes. Talk to yourself kindly first. The things which you talk to your sister, oh, come on, sister, it don't matter. It's not the end of the world. Come on, it's not the end of the world. Chin up, all three of them. That's how you're talking to yourself. You've got to start talking to yourself like that. And this channel, it's about you, I'm not even pointing at myself, well, I am, your victory and success over everything. Okay, so the first thing you can do is to be kinder to yourself, in very much the way you adopt, a kind, caring, nurturing personality to someone that you see that's in need of it. Well, you turn it and you apply it back to yourself. Forgive yourself for your mistakes. Forgive yourself that some words have come out of your mouth and no, you can't take them back. And yes, they will always be there. Forgive yourself for, actions that you've taken, decisions that you've made. That doesn't define who you are. So that was the main thing, about our little chat today. Okay, now I won't put the song back on, but I might put it back on at the end. Now, so your success, your victory, your triumphs, your achievements, your accomplishments, anything, it is about your personality. It's all about your personality. Right, it's all about your personality. And that's what we'll work on. Now, I am going to do it real time with you, real people, real time. We're doing it together. I'm not coming as a multi-billionaire and I've got loads of stories to reminisce on. Oh, I remember when I was having a meeting, my first meeting with whoever, and I remember when, and I remember when, and I'm going to do a little bit of that in a second, just about my kickboxing, just kind of show you that it takes a bit of time. Right, and about your personality, because I'm here and it don't matter who I am, it don't matter what I'm saying or what I've done, none of my accomplishments will make any difference to you, is what I say. And when someone said, oh, you're smart, 10 times 10, it's 100, yeah, I am. And I got a bit cocky and I was like going, what did I do that for? Because, I might have a master's degree in every single subject under the sun, but that's not going to help you in any way, shape, form or fashion. So you're just doing it for yourself. Doesn't matter who I am. That's who I am, made of money. That's all you need to know about me. Right now, so it's about your own self-defined success. What's your self-defined success? So, working for yourself, running a multi-million pound business, a company, a service, the product. If you make fine dining wine glasses and they're full of diamonds, real emeralds, real rubies. Well, who's my customer? Well, at one point, the Queen once, or a few times, bought a full service, the full set of your dining glasses, your fine dining glasses with diamonds round them. She bought a set of 100 because she was catering to 100 people, wasn't she? So there was a customer out there for you, not just that you're selling them in packs of 2 for him and for her, for me and for mine. Someone, the Queen, for example, she bought a set of 100 glasses, 100 saucers, 100 cups, 100 forks, 100 knives, times by 3 because of the plates, 100 plates, and there was 10 courses, so that's 1,000 plates. It's endless, it's eternity, it's eternal, okay, infinity, it's infinity. Right, so then your personality. Now, this channel is just if you want to, we take away the word just and we take away the word if. And my boyfriend can get the word my butt out of his mouth. He went, God, when he said kiss my butt and I was looking at your butt, you've not even got one. What are you looking at my butt for? Anyway. So if you want to change your life now, if okay, now on my channel, all you will get is the system of how to change your life. And again, I'm going to do it real time with you. It's all right, me going, well, have a cold bath. That'll wake you up like that. It will. God, that'll wake you up. We'll do it together. Oh, have a nice hot bath. Pamper yourself. You're worth it. Of course you are. I do it with you. Let's practice singing Guns N' Roses. Let's build up our confidence, our, music, intelligence, knowledge, practice, experience. Let's expose ourselves to overachieving. So when we want to achieve something, under that, it's easier for us, isn't it? Right. Now, what my point is that it's about changing your life. Now, the people I'm speaking to, might be very comfortable. Dare say, look at me. Hey, look at me. I'm very comfortable. I am comfortable in my own skin. Comfortable showing you around the house. You've even seen down my toilet when what can we get rid of? Flushing down the toilet in there. Okay, so you could be quite comfortable, financially, don't need to work, whatever, you're self-defined comfortable. And that in itself is very uninspiring, very unmotivational. Well, I can just sit here and watch telly all day, you know. Well, you're just living to die then, aren't you? You're just basically living to die. You're just basically living to die, aren't you? Okay, so yeah, but I'm comfortable, you know, see my sisters all day and then just watch telly all night. Very comfortable. Well, if you don't want to change your life, don't. But if you do want to change your life, even from being comfortable, financially I'm fine, financially I'm wadded, my daddy's loaded, it could be anything. Right. Now this is what I'm getting to. You might be, and I'm not saying you are, and I'm not saying I am. You know, I think I've only been there kind of once, and it was very, very significant. Now, you could be at the pits of despair, couldn't you? Like I say, dire straits, pits of despair. I'm at rock bottom and you don't know what to do and you can't see a way out. You just cannot see a way out. And so we don't only want to change our lives. We need to change our lives, but we can't see a way out of it. Now, in the mindset that you're in, you know, someone dictating, well, go for a walk, go and have a quick shower and have a walk and make yourself something nice to eat. Well, for one, you can't even get out of bed. For two, the last thing you want to do is leave your house and bump into people, or you've not got the energy, the momentum, the mindset, can't be arsed going for a walk. Oh, and have a shower. What, you know, oh God. You know, my husband's just ran off with my sister and my mum and the dog, and there was peanut butter everywhere. You know, you're crying while you're washing the pots. The last thing you want is a bath and to shave your legs. You've probably got the hairiest legs in the world, haven't you? You know what I mean? So that's where you're coming from. You know, that's the state that you're coming from. So I could sit here dictating all day long. Put your favourite song on and have a sing. Well, you don't really feel like singing. Have a quick bath and shave your legs. Well, it takes me 4 hours just to mentally prepare myself to go and have a bath, and then the half an hour and my razor, my shaving gel, my shower gel, my bubble bath, the towels, my shampoo, my blah 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 blah. Let's go for a walk. Go for a walk in nature. Well, you might not live anywhere that's close to nature, but your mindset, that pits of despair, and you cannot see a way out of it. And I am here to tell you that there is a way out of it, and it's very, very easy. It's a very easy way out of it. And the first one, which we just talked about, is being preoccupied. Don't let the negativity preoccupy yourself. So, for example, if you've had one bad letter that morning, well, preoccupying your mind, thinking about it for 24 hours and 48 hours and 72 hours isn't going to change anything, nor did it make you receive that letter 20,000 times. It didn't. You only got that letter once. So just burn it and get rid of it. Something along them lines. Or, you know, if you've had an altercation with someone, oh God. So yesterday I did, right, just quickly thought, I'm going to go for a little walk, right, for myself. So now this is myself. All I wanted was butter and, what did I need? Butter and, what did I need? I needed 2 things. Oh, look at me. Oh, and do things that improve your memory. You can always self-improve, can't you? Do things that improve your memory. So I've gone down to the shop for butter and... What else was it? Some bourbon biscuits, some chocolate biscuits. That's what it was. So I thought I'll have a quick nip down. It's only down the road. Got dressed, had a washer, got ready, you know, put my shoes on, bit of fresh air, bit of exercise, the sun's shining, the birds came with me, you know, do like speak to the girls in the, you know, in the local supermarket, whatever. It's only, you know, small, whatever, medium-sized supermarket. Anyway, so that was that. Right. Now, about altercations with someone, an argument, not so much a fight, an argument or words or whatever. So I'd left the house and I didn't want to leave my house. I just don't want to leave my house. You know, I was dead comfortable doing whatever I was doing, finished that book, started another one, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so then it was like, pet myself up, come on, Rebecca, leave the house, leave the house. Walk down the road, then there's like the next door neighbours, that fucking idiot next door, daddy, square-headed daddy, right? And at first I thought he was the one that kind of had, stood a bit more reason, but whatever, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Right, so next thing he's walking past me, he can't take his eyes off me, he's walking sideways, staring at me, but I just kept walking forward, had my coffee in one hand, cig in the other one, walking down the road, birds are all there, sky's blue, got my hood up, my scarf up, fully wrapped up, gloves on, gone. Ignore him, piece of shit. And in my head, I was going, do you know, I knew I'd bump into some fucking arsehole. I knew it. Keep going. All you want is, but I've got some margarine in my fridge, but I wanted butter. Best butter, didn't I? Right? That was my treat and that was my motivation for leaving the house. So, seeing him, walk past him, totally ignored him, fucking piece of shit, just keep walking, just walk past him, dumb. Went to the shop, got me a couple of things, then came out, and then there's this fucking woman, Trudy, won't say surnames, So next thing she's like, hi, Rebecca. So I was like, just ignore her. So my head's down, my hood's up, kept walking, and just fucking ignore her, She's another fucking piece of shit. Just ignore her. I've not got time for these losers. And trust me, they are all fucking losers, and you walk away from them. Only focus on yourself, your life, your dreams, your goals, and you strip them all away. And you write in the comments there, I promise you I'll help you through it. We'll do it together. Right. So then she was like, you know, and someone's like trying to kind of half follow you and started trying to like talk around you. I reckon you are. So I just kept walking, you blanked. I'll never, ever, ever explain to anyone why I'm not speaking to you. Just go fuck yourself. Carried on walking, ignored her. Hopefully, these people get the message. Right. So then I was like, fuck it, I knew I'm going to bump into fucking a load of arseholes, don't I? And I could have prevented myself leaving the house, and then I wouldn't have had my butter, I wouldn't have had my chocolate biscuits, I wouldn't have had me, gentle walk out, wouldn't have had me fresh air, wouldn't have been, been serenaded by the birds, and, had a lovely, 10 minutes, I only say it's 10 minutes, nothing more than that. Right, so then altercations. Now, it wasn't really an altercation. I just totally blanked him, kept walking, ignored him. I ain't got time for this shit. I ain't got time for that shit. Right, so I just kept walking. Now, before I left the house, I could have been preoccupied. Oh, I'm going to bump into I already knew it. Psychic, fucking knew it. Arseholes are everywhere. They're everywhere. Or after I'd seen him, when I come home, I could have dwelled on it all. Oh, God, they were staring at me. This fucking horrible bastard can't take his eyes off me. And I'm not even joking. I wish someone was walking behind me. Oh, I've got a story about that. Right, I'll tell you a dead funny story in a minute. Right, and they're not looking at you like they hate you, but they can't take their eyes off you. So it's nothing cheating or some guy's eyeing me up. He's a married man. He fucking hates my guts and he can't take my eyes off me. That he's snapping his neck. And walking. His body's walking forwards and his head's walking backwards. He looks like a fucking, broken man. I'll just say that. Right, so now I didn't get preoccupied with that, reliving it, oh God, then Trudy said this and I said that, and then Trudy was doing, and then she's girls with this girl called Natasha who cheated on her husband. That's why I'm not speaking to any of them, because they're fucking dirty whores. Oh, and Amanda and Lucy, Andrea, massive wedding ring, engagement ring, eternity ring, went on loads of girls' orders, they were all shagging around, and I was the only single person. I wasn't, dirty bastards. And then, I'll tell Natasha that you saw me. No, don't fucking tell Natasha nothing. Don't tell him nothing. Right. So I could have let it eat away at me. I could have let it fester and let it dwell and relived it and regurgitated it and all this, but you don't. I walked past Trudy once. I walked past, that square-headed piece of shit, and that's that. That's all it was. So don't worry now about me. my language, you know, things she only went to the shop for butter and biscuits, fucking who cares? You know, think about now you apply it to yourself. So, you know, someone said him at work, her at work, whatever, they've said that, the sister, whatever, whoever, have said whatever. Well, you don't captivate the mood. You don't captivate and get preoccupied with, the altercation, and you don't captivate the mood. So this guy's walking past fucking hating my guts. He fucking hates my guts, and I don't care. I just, if you knew, I've videoed them, I've shown you them, the daughter, and she thinks she can cut my garden down because she's a control freak, and all of a sudden she thinks it's her entitlement to get her hands on my garden. Well, it isn't, and I will stand up for myself, and you can get your dad on me, get your dad and your mum on me, and the other two guys on me, and I'll take 5 of you all, and you can hate me because of that, because I had to stand up for myself. And then he went, why don't you just let her cut the trees down and take it to court and do it properly? Well, I tell you what, Daddy, why don't you go to court and ask if you can cut my trees down in the first place? How about that? Well, that soon shut them up, didn't it? So no wonder that they hate me, and I couldn't give a fuck either. I don't need, you know, they're not our friends, they're not on our side, they've not got your best interests at heart, that nobody's to you. So we're not captivating anybody's mood because of the credibility of these people. They are our souls, so we don't care, and we forgive them. We forgive, move on. Forgive them being an arsehole, move on. Back in the room, get back with it, get back in the program, back in your program, back in programming your mind, okay? So we're not having it. We're not capturing other people's moods. We're not getting preoccupied with, you know, something negative, a letter, you know, it's not even a bill, it's an invoice. We'll call it an invoice. Any altercation, we're not capturing these moods, and we're not letting it change our mood, are we? We are staying, you know, and it doesn't matter if you're at rock bottom. The fact that you've got the aspiration and inspiration to go, well, I'm at rock bottom, I cannot see a way out, I'm at the pits of despair. Every bus I see, I want to throw myself in front of it, but I'm not going to. And, you know, I've got no choice. You know, when you're at rock bottom, there's only one way, and that's up in it. And to be dictated to, well, do this, do that, do the other. You're not in the right frame of mind, are you? You're just not in the right frame of mind. Well, write a book. Well, you can't even be arsed running downstairs to go and get a pen, can you? So me barking orders at someone isn't going to help, is it? Okay, now what you can do is your internal work for your personality, and it all boils down to your personality. Okay, and you know, I did talk about that last time, so I just laughed because I think, God, I'm not going to go on about it again. I'm not going on about it today, about your personality, but it's massive. Do the inner work on your personality, your confidence, your self-assurance, self-esteem, creativity, action taking. You know, what other personality traits have we got? Kindness, fairness, charitability, what else? Patience, you know, them kind of traits, isn't it? Oh, right, I'll tell you a story. I forgot about this, but I remembered actually yesterday or the day before, and I swear to God this is true. Right, the girls that I just talked about, well, Trudy actually wasn't one of them. Well, she's, you know, whatever, another arsehole, but it doesn't even matter. Right, and I've been on a few girls' holidays, you know, as you do. So now I can't remember where we'd been, but it was on a plane, whatever, right? And I swear to God, this is true, right? Right? Now, this is about confidence, this is totally about confidence. And this is the point I'm trying, you know, saying that I didn't need validation to put my bikini on. I put my bikini on with confidence that I already had in me. And then, you know, did the video, did it live, not bothered. And, you know, millions of girls wear bikinis. You go to Saint-Tropez, they're all in bikinis. Bikini catalogues, you know, anything. So I'm not the only person in the whole wide world to be seen in a bikini for a start. So you get that confidence. That's my self-confidence. You know, that's me. Right. I swear to God, Right, now, we were all boarding the plane. I think there was, I'm sure, right, I think we were going skiing just to France. So it was just like an hour flight, 2 hour flight, whatever. Or it might have been Barcelona. It was somewhere, Barcelona, France. It was somewhere like that. It was girls' holiday. I'll tell you 2 stories, right? But one might be a separate place, but it doesn't even matter. Right, so we got on the plane, right, and I kind of got on first. So I got on first, had my bag, and I'm there, looking at the seat number, 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 looking at the seat, like where the cabin thing is above the seat, 52B, 52C, 52A, 52D, 52A, video, looking at everything, just walking along, nothing to me seat, done. Right, that's all I was doing. Anyway, well, like my mum used to, mine would, she always did, she did, honestly, she always did stuff like that. She was dead right, dead right, my mum. Anyway, and then behind me there was like Andrea, Lucy, and I think there was like 2 more, Emma, and I keep going to say Natasha, but she wasn't. She I can't miss the holiday with her, but it doesn't even matter. Anyway, so I'd walk down, look at my seat, walk down, plonk myself down, bag up, plonk myself down, done. Anyway, Andrea, this woman was behind me, married, eternity, maternity, eternal, wedding ring, engagement ring, shagging everyone on holiday, with all the rings on, shagging away, home wrecking hall, whatever. Right, and then she was behind me. I wasn't married though. But I wasn't doing anything like that. I just went for holiday. Didn't expect it. Didn't speak to him all after that. I didn't really speak to him all after that. They're just fucking disgusting. But that's my point of view. Right, anyway, so Andrea was walking behind me. And then when we sat down, she went, fucking hell, Rebecca. She went, do you know, when you were just walking down then, just like walking, looking, she went, every single man's head, like, looked up, watched you, and looked around, she went, there was just a wave of men's heads, like, all looking at you, following, and she went, and I was behind you, like, trying to, like, get all this attention off these men's, and I must have been a proper head turner, and honestly, as I was, like, walking down to the seat, not thinking, just myself, in my own little bubble, my own little world, and I didn't, without even noticing or realising, but because there was someone walking behind me, all these, people's heads were turned, like, just watching me walk down the aisle to my own seat. So that was that one story. It just made me laugh. I've not thought about that for years. It just made me laugh. I've seen that square-headed nut job. Can't take his eyes off it, but not in the right way, not in a nice way, not in a kind way, not even in the way that you want to come and tap it. Nothing, just a starer. Gawp. That's what we call them in the UK, gawp. Right, now went on holiday, like kind of with the same group, but it must be like whatever, and we'd gone skiing. And we bought the holiday Saturday to Saturday, but then we got the extra flights to come home earlier on the Thursday because it'd cost less money than getting the flight out on the Saturday to come home, return on the Thursday. It was actually cheaper to get the full package deal and then get an extra flight, so it worked out less expensive, and that's why we did that. Now, at the time, they all had to get back on the Thursday. They had to get back for the jobs, for the families, for the, whatever they had to get back for. And luckily for me, I didn't. I'd phoned up the baby daddy. You all right? I could stay another 3 days. Everything's paid for. And he went, yeah, no problem. You just stay there because, if you ever wanted to do it again, you'd have to like fork out and pay the full lot again. So it's like it's free, isn't it? Based on that, because he was tight ass, whatever. I'm definitely not going to go on about that one. Gone. Run for your life, Rebecca. Run for your life. And I did. Took 2 kids, 2 carry bags, and I ran for my life. Promise you. So we've all been there. Anyway, so they all had to get back to work, back to what have you, back to the kids, back to what have you. And I didn't, luckily I was lucky, didn't have to, yeah, you can stay. So I stayed by myself for a few days, just skiing by myself, bumped into a stag party, obviously, me being me, sat on my own, guy came over with a broken leg. Oh, are you man with a broken leg? Come on, sit down. Next thing, the whole stag group's there in it. Okay, so that, whatever, nothing. Anyway, so I had a bit of peace and quiet, I had a bit of time by myself, skiing by myself, fine, eating by myself, it was lovely. Anyway, when I was on the plane coming home, and there was me, and then 4 empty spaces. There was me there, and then an empty chair. There was 4 empty chairs and just me. And then the air hostess, cabin crew now, aren't they, coming around going, hey, can we get you a drink, Miss Perkin? I was like, no, it's all right. And then looking at me, and then looking at 4 empty chairs, like I just fucking pushed all my dirty cheating mates off a cliff. I should have done, shouldn't I? Right, so anyway, that's enough about that. Right, so I've shown you the second book that's on its way in it. I tried to sing a bit of Biggie to you. The pray for your downfall, the external bunch of losers with no credibility, and we just call them general public. We just call them, so we don't swear, call them general public. Okay, so then the only thing that's stopping you achieving your own goals and the lifestyle you want is in fact yourself. So that's what we're here now to flip round. We're going to change the script on that, aren't we? So we have changed a few habits. You found me in the bath with a load of booze and I don't even drink, but I'll change a habit. Confidence, it didn't come from validation. 200,000 people dying to see me in a bikini. Go to a beach, there's 1 billion people in bikinis, who cares? But that inner confidence that I could quite happily, with no one watching me, put my bikini on and share it out. I'm not even bothered, no reservations, no hang-ups, that's me. And then preoccupying thoughts, once it's happened once, maybe do have a bit of a reflecting in hindsight, and we're going to reflect on it, for a few minutes or what have you. But we're not getting bogged down by that preoccupying thoughts, are we? We're not holding on to that. We'll have a little go, or we'll do it very deliberately, very consciously. Well, do you know what? I'm going to sit down and I'm going to spend exactly 30 minutes only thinking about this certain issue. I'm just going to literally just undisturbed, undistracted. I'm just going to literally come back to whatever it is that is preoccupying my mind and either try and find some resolve or realise that it's not even worth the time of day, something like that. And then we don't capture anybody's mood, nobody whatsoever, even if they're hyper happy and it's a bit fake anyway, or if someone's trying to ruin your day and this woman, well, I'll clean the table. Well, you cleaned it for yourself, so, and it was me that saw you that you'd done it, so what are you talking about? Not going to capture her mood anyway. She must have been seething, reeling, you know what I mean? So she can keep her mood, she's not transferring it to me. I'll never capture another person's mood. So that's vital for yourself. If you want to succeed and achieve and the lifestyle that you want, and dreams do come true, and you got your goals, and all goals can be achieved, and you don't get that by harboring and cultivating and capturing other people's mood. You stay strong in your beliefs and stay strong in who you are. I was going to let me on to think about something else then. Yeah, dreams come true anyway. Dreams proper come true. Right, now I've shown you these before. Here we go again. It was full of rain, wasn't it? Right, so now I shared it. Chris Bowie. There he is. Chris Bowie, chief instructor. Okay, fabulous man, kept me on the straight and narrow. Another one. So I got my first degree 1999. So what's that? well, what's that? Oh, 2002. That confused me. Right. So the 7th of December. So if you're in America, we do it the other way around. It's the 7th day of the 12th month, December, and the year was 2002. And then 2 years later, 2004, I got my 2nd degree black belt. Okay, got rained on. Can't look after anything, me, can I? Can't look after anything. Okay, now, and you saw Chris Mower before as well. Oh, and more importantly, I think it was called the Albion Industrial Estate, it was called. The Albion Industrial Estate, it was called, where we did our, brown, black and above, training, what have you. And it was like a little unit. You've seen it now, and that's where we used to train. I used to teach children there on a Tuesday and Thursday. I did the kids class, used to teach it, and that's why I brought this down. I brought this. Now it's just one of them with some of my certificates. Can you see? Millions of certificates. Always investing in yourself, not stuff. Even like I say all the time. My goal, I'm going to do these games, and my goal is to be a multimillionaire, okay? Up until then, all I do is invest in myself to better myself, all the time. And this is with no support, I've not got parents, encouraging me or, nothing at all. And all this was achieved while I had no encouragement, no support, and I had dependents as well, single parent, single mum, with the 2 kids, and then granddaughter, now grandson. Right, so now 2000 and what did we say? 2002. So right, now, I won't do it in any kind of order, and I've just got to be a bit careful. I'm like thinking, got to bet my name and address going to be on something. That's my lifeguarding, so I'm a qualified lifeguard. So if you ever come swimming with me, you know that you're in safe hands, don't you? Atarha Perkin, where is it? There we are. What was that? 2008. So I'm a lifeguard as well, and personal trainer, and I just wanted to show you, my kickboxing instructor certificate. Now, there's another one. So my pool attendant. So it's like a lifeguard in a swimming pool. Okay, now that's not what I was looking for. Hang on. Okay, wait a minute. First aid. Right, that's me. Personal training one, level 3. So that's the top what you can get. You can't get any better than that. Okay. And let's keep going. Oh, here it is. This is my highest, a HND, national diploma. What even is it in? What's it goddamn in science, sports therapy, there it is. Okay, the human body, 2 arms and 2 legs. Can't go too far wrong. Look at me with like silver cards of personal training. I don't even know what they all are, do I? Right, so that's that. That was all the units for it. And if you see, I don't know if you can see, there all says D, D for distinction. Pass being, average. Merit, doing all right. Distinction, top of the range. Top A-star girl, aren't I? A-star. And that's like the units there. So screenshot, distinctions, hey, who's the clever girl then? Don't matter what I'm doing, makes no difference to your life. Makes no difference whatsoever. Oh, and more. and there's more. Screenshot. Oh, applied computing in sports. How the fucking hell did I get that? It got a distinction. Is this real? Right, now, I've just shown you the kickboxing one. But really, I wasn't actually showing you that. City and Guilds, that's another one. I think that was a BTEC National Diploma in Science. Can't even see what it was. Don't even matter. Okay, sports medicine, medic first aid course. So that HND turned me into like a GP, like a doctor. Doctor who? Dr. Rebecca Atarha Perkin. Okay, now sports medicine, medic first aid course. Okay, there's my card. And the first rule of first aid, don't panic. Don't panic. Again, Lifesaver Plus, got loads of them. It's either 2 arms, 10 fingers, and 10 toes. Right, now, this is really what I was going to show you. Right, so this is Rebecca Perkin is now a qualified assistant instructor for Northwest Chinese kickboxing. Now, on this channel, we're just doing fitness, aren't we? It's nothing in association, it was amazing. If you want to get recognised, certificates, gradings, your belts, 100%, well, I did. And I'm showing you this. I need to show you when I got my white belt. That's why I've got this out for you now. Okay, so here it is. This is to certify that R. Perkin reached the grading as laid down by NWCKB, Northwest Chinese Kickboxing, on the 1st of the 6th, so January, February, March, April, May, June, 1st of June, 2002. Is that right? Wait, that can't be right. Wait a minute, that can't be right at all, can it? 02. Wait a minute, that's not right. How can I have got my black belt in 02 as well? God, now this is a very confusing message, isn't it? Hang on, how's this happened? 01, 99. Right, this has gone a bit wrong, hasn't it? 99. Right, it took more than it's minus my green belt, my yellow belt. That's my yellow belt in 1999. My green belt in 2000. 25th of September, God knows what year I got my blue belt. And my purple belt there, 01 or something. Right, do you know, I was only showing you, I can't believe that can't be 01. I know, yeah, so my brown, I know what it was. I know what it is. That's me brown and white in it, 02. Right, hang on. Right, that was very confusing for us all, wasn't it? Right, so what's that? Right, here we go. Right, I've got it properly now. So my white belt there, and it's the 22nd of March, 1999. And then, like, more or less 4 years later, I got my first degree black. Like, genuinely. Oh, have I come back on live? Did it go off? Am I back? Right, now, all of that should mean nothing to anybody. Okay, the point I'm making there is that I got my white belt, and what did it say there? 1999, and then 3 years later, I got my black belt, didn't I? So goals and dreams. My goal, and it wasn't, I went for my safety, to keep my children safe, and it's a full body workout. That's why I went, okay? And then I did end up teaching, instructing, teaching the SWAT, all the black belt men, loads of stuff. It was an amazing association, incredible. We did a lot. But the point is that, it's the steps in it. You might want to be a black belt kickboxer. You won't, now you think about your own dreams, your own goals, your own ambitions, your lifestyle that you want. How do you see yourself? Picture yourself like the movies, watching yourself at the cinema and you're the main star. How do you see yourself? What do you look like? What does your life look like? So then for me, just to kind of give you an example and to kind of like show you in black and white that my black belt then, whatever year, started off as a white belt, and with consistency, like consistently, we used to train on a Monday and then Tuesday and Thursday by ourselves and teaching. Saturday, every 2 Saturdays and Sundays out of 3, like that. And, did it by yourself in the bedroom like what we've been doing. But my point is that you don't just start off as a black belt, award-winning, elite athlete. You start off as a white belt. And it really, it did only take 3 years of consistency and dedication. It actually only took 3 years. So now you apply that to your goals and your dreams. I want to be an actor. I want to be, a sports star. I want to be a fashion designer. Well, in them 3 years, you can get your web page together and all your online stuff together. You can work out different fabrics and different colours and different fastenings and, anything within that time, step by step. You can, determination. What word did I just say then? Like dedication and, commitment. Right, you can do it. Now, then when I'm talking about your personality, you might be in the pits of despair, so it's all right, people saying, and I'm definitely not me, well, a belly full of fire and I'm a fire sign and I'd walk through fire for it all and she's got a belly full of fire, that one. Whatever it is, well, at the pits of despair, you've not. You haven't got that motivation, that determination, that dedication, that consistency, So you haven't got that. You haven't got a belly full of fire and that's what's driving you and spurring you on. You've not got that. So then you just have to stick to the perseverance, the dedication, the commitment to yourself. And if you've committed to change your life, then you stick to that commitment. Say like I use my lounge and dining room through, a couple of the performance videos. Well, that's not my dream and goal. Just love doing it and what have you. And it was for a reason. Show yourself. Thanks, boyfriend. Love you so much. Now, say if I didn't have that fire in my belly, she got a belly full of fire, whatever the saying is. Well, I might be in the pits of despair, but I want to use my lounge and dining room as the production factory, the office space, my performance, advertising and marketing. I might want to use it all, but I'm feeling at the pits of despair. I'm feeling at rock bottom and I can't even see a way out. And I'm crying as well. I can't see a way out and I can't see through my tears either, can I? Okay, and so that's when you step by step, slowly but surely wins the race, doesn't it? Like the hare and the tortoise, slowly but surely wins the race. So, well, I might be crying or feeling agitated, feeling irritated, feeling whatever, hopeless. I might be feeling hopeless, but I can still hoover up, can't I? Vacuum the rug, that's one of them, isn't it? And then I can straighten up my furniture a little bit, can't I? That's 2, isn't it? So I can straighten up my furniture, vacuum the rug. And then I might need to get me equipment in order, get my ladder there, get my phone stand, get that all lined up, getting the other one for the music. So now I've got myself set up, haven't I? So I've organised my space, I've cleaned my space, and then I've got all my equipment prepared, whether I'm in the pits of despair, whether I'm happy as Larry, whether I've got a belly full of fire, whether I'm crying and drowning in my own tears, it makes no difference. As long as you've got your goal, at the end of it, the goal, your dreams, what do you want? What do you want out of life? How do you see your lifestyle? Well, you can always get there. So then the example of me kickboxing, just the certificates, well, whatever year was the black belt, prior to that, a few years previous to that, I was getting my white belt, And there was just as much pressure to get your white belt as to get your black belt, wasn't there? You know, because it was all out your comfort zone. It was all new to you. Oh, right, just dead quick, our black belt training, our black belt grading, so the first degree, for the first degree. This is why I've got no ego, this. This is why, you know, as an Aries, typical nature, and we are egotistical maniacs, okay? But me, being me, going, well, I'm different anyway, aren't I? And we got ours knocked out of us. Excuse me. Our first degree black belt, it was in that unit that I showed you before. I posted it before. It's got mirrors down one side. It was next to this cake thing. Oh, that was my other certificate. Right. So I'm like a doctor, right? So contradictory in terms as well. So I've got me like GP certificate, muscular and skeletal dysfunctions, sports science, got my HND, BTEC National Diploma in Sports Science, got all my first aid. Oh, what's that like that? Doesn't matter. Right. Right, that's that. I can't even move it. And my first aid. And then I'm a kickboxer, so then I can beat everyone up, can't I? So it's like a contradictory in terms, aren't I? Smashing people up to smithereens, and yet I can fix them, can't I? And do the first aid, right? Now, another certificate, I know, I've only just dug this out a minute ago. Hang on. There it is, straight away. Right, it was a level 5 training, and if you can see it, we've all worked there. Park Kates. So I was doing fitness, I was lifeguarding on a pool, I was personal training people to, you know, their desired, you know, goals. GP, sports therapy, massage, hot and cold treatment, all that kind of stuff. Well, working in a factory at night, baking cakes, fattening them all up, innit? So I was fattening everyone up so then I could do the personal training to get them to lose weight again, innit? Hey, you couldn't make it up, could you? You couldn't make it up, could you? Contradictory in terms. So a black belt, the grading, I'll just say it quickly because it's just a bit quick. You might have a sip of my coffee before that was there. Well, it was, so we've done a few combinations live, haven't we? Drills, and I can't believe they popped up. Don't believe in coincidences, but it's probably your footprint in it. I've said evasion drills, next thing evasion drills come up, and you know, by chance it was the same. It's Chris. Anyway, my first degree kickboxing, how I achieved it, you know, the grading. It was like 5 hours at first, and then there was like 1,500 combinations with your partner. 1,500 combinations sounds very ambitious, sounds whatever, but you know, it's over the 5 hours, and you know, you're with your partner being instructed, you're just under direction, being directed. Can you obey? Can you, you know, be instructed? Okay. And then, you know, one set of 100 sit-ups, a set of 30 press-ups. It's like something like that. I know one set of 100 sit-ups, did that easily. We'll do that one day. And then like a few other things like that, I can't remember. And then like, you know, with your partner, your pad work, you know, your power shots, your speed drills, your flow drills, all of it, did all that. 5 hours, 6 hours later in the same room, you know, men and women. 1,500 combinations. That's what we did in the end. Right, now after that, the grading started. Right, after that, then we split up into men on that side, women on that side, and there was like 9 women there was, me and 8 others. And then, so forget the men now, because I'm a woman, so I don't talk about as women, but the men did the same, and a few men turned into recluses and had to kind of go away and hide for a week or two afterwards, promise you. Right, so the women, there was 9 of us all together, me being one of them. And so then one of them went into the ring, well, wherever, round you, you know, Chris was there, whoever, as the referee, Chris was there, whatever. And Then the 8 women came in one at a time. You had your 1 minute fight, and then they left. And then Chris, I had fresh meat in. And then the second woman came in. You had your 1 minute full contact as well. It wasn't, 3-point spar. It was a full contact fight, whatever, fully guarded up, fully, covered up. With your safety equipment, what have you, head guard, gum shield, gloves, whatever. And then the third girl came in, and then, so I was there, then 4th one in, 5th one in, 6th one in, so 8th one in, then the girl's knackered by the end of it, then she goes back out, and then the next one comes in, so girl number 2 comes in, right, and then girl number 1 comes in, a 1 minute full contact fight goes out, then the third one, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. 8 minutes. So then it's my turn, isn't it? I'm like one of the end ones, aren't I? So I've already fought all these girls once, a 1 minute full contact fight. And then I'm there in the ring. One girl comes in, they want to kick fuck out of you, prove themselves, leather you, they fucking hate you anyway. So there's a full 1 minute contact fight in there. Then the second one comes in, you're already knackered, you've done 1,500 combinations. Then you've done all their fights for them. You're like the opponent to these girls. And then it's your turn. So then the next girl's in, another, and they're fired up by this time. They've had their done. It don't even matter now how they perform. They're just in it now. In it's kind of like prove points or whatever. You don't even know. Anyway, so I was fighting, got kind of half pushed out of the ring. The next thing, just felt Chris behind me pushing me back in. It just literally shoved me back in. But I remember, right, but that was that, you're in the zone, you don't even know, people's hands are all over your bodies, like, pushing you back in or whatever it is, shouting at you, and it goes right into like your subconscious, keep your guard up, and it goes straight in. You don't even hear the audience, you don't even hear the other people training, you're just there, just on yourself and your opponent. And then, Chris's words going into your ears, keep your guard up, keep your teeth together, keep breathing, remember to breathe, Rebecca, whatever. It wasn't even that, that was just an example. Right. Anyway, and I remember fighting. It's like, say 6 or 7 girls in, getting tighter and tighter or whatever, and that's it. Your breath regulates itself. So when I'm training my breath over here, trust me, that when push comes to shove, or actually when you're training and you think you can't breathe or you can't catch your breath, it actually regulates itself. Your breathing naturally and automatically regulates itself. So that's not even a concern. And I just remember hardly having the strength to even keep my arms lifted up, going, do you know, my arms feel too heavy here for me. We did it though, didn't we? Hey, we did it. So, just wanted to share that with you, really. So, I think that's about really it for today. So, you do keep pushing yourself forwards, regardless of where you are right now. Whether you're crying, on your hands and knees with your head in your hands, or, you're on a super yacht, with your head in your hands, not knowing what to do for the rest of your day, think about your goals all the time. Think about your goals. What do you want to be? What do you want to do? What do you like to do? What could you see yourself doing? Anything like that. Now, for myself, because of what happened at that place, I was going to tell you a bit of a story about being gaslighted, but I'm not even going to talk about that. Anthony Rose, right? There's only like me and Anthony Rose, right? And we were at that place, that fucking horrible place. And we got bullied out of our jobs, but not just us two, gaslighted. Oh, I used to walk into work, reliable, was there for 22 years, never had a day off, blah, blah, blah. Walked into getting frog marched into the office for another investigation, watching myself. Yeah, I'm look at my performance, and it actually fucking perfect. Couldn't say anything. It's why I never got sacked. They couldn't do anything, couldn't say anything, couldn't do anything, couldn't say anything, because I was just perfect Perkin. That's where I got the name from. Right. So they tried to gaslight us, and me and Anthony, he walked out after whatever, blah 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 blah, and I left, went off on the sick and left. Right, God got me out of that situation. He saw what had happened in the office, being screened at, and he took me out of there. Right, and it was actual fact. That's an actual fact. That. Right. And I didn't even know my name by the end of it. Walking out with a piece of paper in my hand going, oh, what am I doing? And I really meant to photocopy this thing, this investigation thing. And like walking around, I didn't even know her name. Was it Jenny Kane, this fucking horrible bastard, give us that piece of paper. And it was like, I didn't even know what day it was. Right, so I ended up being off. So luckily for me, I was off for a long time, 2 years. Paid as well, cheeky bastard. They can pay for it all as well, can't they? Right, now within that time, right, and I've always been, child of God, went to, Christian Church of England schools. Remember as a little girl buying this thing, I was only about 3 or 4, bought this little figurine of Mary holding Jesus. It was like a pot, an ornament, and my mum made me take it back. It was Alison's grandma that had bought it for me. It was only 10 pence. She made me take it back. And I still remember it to this day, 48 years later. I still remember it. Why did she make me take it back? A little ornament of Mary holding Jesus, like in this thing. And I still remember it makes me cry sometimes, but would I still have it now? Probably not, whatever. But even at the time, like a little girl, a little 4-year-old, 3-year-old little girl with this ornament of Jesus. And I got it home in one piece and then returned it in one piece, even though it was bought for me by Alison Cretney's grandma for 10 pence from this Christmas fair. That I know I looked after Jesus Christ as a baby, and I knew it at the time, and I still know it to this day. Right, so with my 2 years off, obviously, then when I talk about God, your relationship with God. So in them 2 years, I, got even closer. My relationship with God, a pure, my relationship with God's mind, just, very much the same way yours is, your relationship is what yours is. It's not about what my relationship with God is. It's what yours is. I could say whatever all day long, God. Some of the ways I go up praying, not so much recently, swearing, snotting, crying, pissing myself, sweaty armpits. For fuck's sake, God, will you help me out on this one? That's my relationship, because when I'm don't know what to do, well, God's glad that I turned to him when I was like at me worst, like that's where I should go. And maybe I shouldn't be swearing, but, that's certainly when I need, help the most. And, even then to give thanks to my food, don't need help then, but glory to God and giving him thanks. So in them 2 years, read a lot of the Bible, and it said it in the Bible, sometimes accept that you've been wronged. Don't press charges, just accept that you've been wronged. And I was like, my ego, like fucking cheeky bastards. This fucking horrible woman's chasing me around the building with a green clipboard, and fucking Jenny and fucking all of her, and fucking da-da-da-da-da. Anyway, so it was like quite a bitter pill to swallow. And then it actually rang out to be very true. Right, so then I meditate a lot, mate. Not so much recently. I don't know, I do and I don't, but I used to religiously, and I could meditate for like days and days and days on end. And it is bringing yourself, to the present state, focusing on your breathing, and let your thoughts like flow. And then from my meditation, I created these books, that one that I've just shown you a minute ago. Won't show you all my certificates again. Hey, who's a clever girl then? Can you see them all? All myself. That's my own confidence. I had confidence to do it, and I did it. And now I'm confident because I achieved it. So then these books, can't show you. And then the game now, and I do believe it was a direct message from God. That was through meditation. And I do believe it was a direct message from God, because I can assure you, I couldn't have created or imagined, what I've imagined, can I? I'll be straight up honest about it, so glory to God there. Right, so Moral of the story, we're not getting preoccupied with any nonsense. We're not harbouring and holding on to anybody's moods. We're not captivating and capturing other people's moods. We're changing habits. And we're having our own confidence, our self-confidence, nothing about validation of other people. The validation of other people, if you actually look at the credibility of those people that, you think you're getting validated by, they're all either a bunch of monsters or a bunch of losers, and it's very fleeting, it won't ever last. So you have your own confidence, you create, and, you grow your own self-confidence, do things that make you confident. Okay, so our confidence, changing our habits, we're not getting preoccupied, and we're not capturing other people's moods. And like the last thing then, right, so then my black belt. So, I want to be a black belt, whatever it is. Well, you've seen me. Well, there's my white belt certificate. That's my white belt certificate, isn't it? Okay. And then it just took a little bit of time, a little bit of, devotion, dedication, consistency, and doing it, very regularly. Hey, and I knew I said that like that as well. Oh, God, what I was going to say now, 2 things I was going to say. Oh God, do you know, I always need a pen and paper to write down what I was going to say. One about kickboxing, about that's what it was. Right, now, this is dead important, right? So I'll remember this now. Right, it's all an illusion, in it. It's like literally, it's all an illusion. Success. Well, it is and it isn't. Your own self-defined success. Someone actually said that, but anyway, in the comments, how do you, what's successful then? Well, it's your own defined success, right? So now there was an advert, a television advert, what have you, years ago, what have you, it don't even matter, all the time, generally speaking. And you can create this, and you need to see that it's not even real. Right, so there's and I have mentioned actually this once before, because it's how easy it is. It's like delusions, isn't it? Use your illusions, it's all delusions. Right. And this is why you can have confidence in yourself. Like, this was my point. You have confidence, ultimate confidence in yourself. Right. So there's like just any old advert, right? It could be anything, right? It could be anything. It's just that one like sticks in my mind. Right, so it was like just a general advert, and I think it was like advertising. It was like either a kitchen or perfume. It was like something like that, right? So the advert is these 3 gorgeous girls, aren't they? Absolutely, these 3 gorgeous girls in this advert. And, they're dead happy. They're in this gorgeous kitchen. I'm sure it was like perfume or a kitchen. Do you know, that's how shit it all was. I can't even remember what they were actually advertising. Just, the deceit and the lies and the bullshit behind it that makes us feel inadequate, inferior, and takes away our confidence. But as soon as you start seeing it for the bullshit it is, you will have confidence to create anything it is that you want. Excuse me. Right, so these 3 girls are in this advert. And, they're bouncing along, walking through this kitchen, galloping, you know what I mean? Shimmying along, aren't they? Look sensational in these matching dresses as well. They've got these matching dresses, matching jewellery, too glam to give a damn. They look fantastic, look sensational, look fabulous. 3 of them there in this amazing room, right? So I'm watching this and I'm like feeling shit now, aren't I? Because I'm going, well, I've not even got any friends, have I? He's my only friend, isn't he? Mr. Moneybags, he's my only friend. So I've got no friends. And these 3, like, they're all best friends, aren't they? So they're obviously better than me. They're superior to me, aren't they? So they've got loads of friends and are superior to me, and I'm inferior now, aren't I? Right, and then they look incredible. These matching dresses, aren't they? And they're fitting and they're tight, and oh, they look sexy. They look figure hugging. And I'm like, literally, I'm in my house coat now. Well, two of them, one's ripped, so I've got another one over it, right? So now I feel shit about myself, don't I? They're in these glamorous dresses, and I just like look like a homeless person, don't I? No offense to homeless people. So I just like look like a down and out, don't I? So now, like, you know, they're superior and I'm inferior. I'm inadequate now. I'm just a total piece of shit now, aren't I? I'm just a total piece of shit. Right, so they're all having a laugh and they got the mates, and I'm like just sat here chatting to myself, no friends, look like a tramp. Oh, and you know, they've got the makeup on as well. They've got the hair's done, the makeup's done, and I'm like going, oh God, right? I swear to God, I do need to shave my legs, right? And I know I'm in need of shaving my legs because as a woman, you'll know once it starts coming up towards your knees, you know you've blown it, don't you? Like, come on, you know, shave your legs, no quick in and out, you know. Shave your legs, will you shave your legs? Like you've got two black Labradors falling out of your skirt here, don't you? Right, so they've got fully shaved legs as well, haven't they? They've got fully shaved legs, the hair's done, the makeup's done, they're with the mates, they've got the best dresses on, they've got matching dresses on, jewellery probably, I can't remember. And then they're in like this kitchen, this fabulous kitchen, like going, oh, well, I feel really shit now because I've actually got laundry I've done my laundry this morning. And I had two washing lines, and luckily for me, I've got like hooks in my kitchen. So it was only recently, 20 years later, I thought, you know what, why not put washing line there? Oh, it took me 20 years to think about it. Right. So you don't even have to feel shit, you know, wherever you are in your own life, you're at the right point, at the right time, doing exactly what you should be doing. And if you are in extreme poverty and, you know, you can't see a way out, well, that's good, because when you're a multi-billionaire, you can relate and help people, and you'll always remember what it was like to be in that situation and them circumstances, and you can relate to people, can't you? Keep it real and know how people really do need help and nurturing, and, you know, what do these people need? Right, so then so now I'm thinking about the kitchen going, oh my God, my fucking kitchen. It's like got two washing lines. All it's got is my kitchen towels, got my other house coat, because I've got two on, got one that I've just washed, and then my kitchen towels, my hand towels. So I feel like a piece of shit, don't I? Right, there's these girls, right? They've got all the mates with them. They're all glammed up. They've got freshly shaved legs. They've got the makeup done. They're in this wonderful kitchen. So they're superior and I'm inferior, aren't I? Okay, I'm inadequate, right? So now we need to tell the truth, don't we? Right. So luckily for me, I am confident and I'll never feel, inadequate and all that kind of stuff, whatever. Everyone's different. We're all like snowflakes and everyone's different. But things to get rid of, personality traits to get rid of, about feeling inferior, about feeling inadequate, and this person's superior. And what's the opposite to inadequate? I don't even know. Surpassed us, we're like not subservient, whatever, them kind of words, right? So now you take them out of yourself, because now I'll tell you the truth, because in reality, them three girls, they're actresses, aren't they? They're just actresses making a TV advert. They're not even friends. They don't even know each other. These three girls have never met each other. They don't know each other from Adam, do they? Don't know each other from Adam. Might hate each other, might clash, the personalities might clash, never met each other. They might know each other from other jobs. Oh, she was the right bitch. Could be anything, couldn't it? But in actual fact, these three girls, they're not friends out on the Raz, skipping and dancing down the road full of merriment and joyfulness. You know, the three actors getting paid to perform that role. Look happy. No, look happier. Dance more. Look happy. Smile bigger. Smile bigger. And then, well, the kitchen, well, mine's got my laundry, hasn't it? Well, it doesn't matter because they're not even in their kitchen. They're on a set, aren't they? They're on a TV set and it's props. It's not even a real kitchen. And the clothes and the hair and the makeup, well, you know, they're not their dresses. You know, wardrobes fitting them out with them three dresses. Okay, are you starting to get the gist of what I'm saying? Okay, so they've not got friends, right? So the things that I was feeling inferior to or inadequate to. So don't ever worry about me. Now just turn this about yourself. So these girls, in actual fact, they weren't even friends. So I didn't have to feel inadequate to that. They didn't have any friends. They weren't with the friends. They were actors, actresses, getting paid to even be in the same room as each other. So not only are they not friends, they actually need paying to be together in the same room as each other. The kitchen, this fabulous kitchen, well, it isn't theirs, is it? It's not any of their houses. It's not anywhere where they grew up in. It's a set. It's a TV set, isn't it? The clothes, they don't even own them. They, you know, you take away, well, at least I own my house coat so I can keep my house coats on. These girls don't own the dresses. So if I take the dresses back, the three girls are stood there completely naked with nothing, aren't they? So now I've got more than them, haven't they? I'm like achieved more than they have, haven't I? Okay, and then they've had the hair done, the makeup done, you know, they look very glamorous and I just look like my normal self, don't I? Well, I'm not inferior to that because it took a hairdresser to straighten the hair. It took a makeup artist to make the face kind of stand out and highlight certain bits of, oh, I've got to go. My boyfriend, I've got to go. Right, you know, so the bottom line is don't feel inferior to anything. You are the champion. The world belongs to those who dare. Champ it. I see you very soon. Right, my boyfriend, we know what I'm like. Right, adios amigo. Off. Okay.